Ladies and gentlemen, following a chaotic Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, it is time once again for Friday Night SmackDown. Welcome to the show. How are you all doing? My name is Dominic, of course. Behind the commentary table, as we are live and sold out right here in Bloomington, Illinois. And we're set for a tag team match to kick off the show. However, as you just saw a few moments ago, Kevin Owens, after the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, has perhaps been the biggest talking point involving Friday Night SmackDown, because Kevin Owens, he decided to show the sadistic side of himself against Johnny Gargano. Okay, Kevin Owens, he is the current WWE champion. I don't like to particularly call the WWE champion this word, because I believe that title deserves a lot more respect. However, Kevin Owens, I think he might have been... I think you could have described him as evil during that match against Johnny Gargano. Okay, I'm not a... I want to be a fan of Kevin Owens, but... well, I really don't know what to say involving that Johnny Gargano situation. However, Edge, our SmackDown General Manager, the man who will be fighting John Cena at WrestleMania, apparently will have something to say in regards to Kevin Owens later on tonight. Now, Kevin has been banned from the building, which is a bit of a shame, really. Okay, he is the WWE champion after all, but that's just kind of the way the news goes here. Okay, Kevin Owens, he has been banned from entering the building. However, right now, two champions who are not banned from the building are these two, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the men who beat The Bar a few months ago to gain those SmackDown Tag Team titles. Okay, they're here tonight, they're ready for some action, and we're going to be witnessing perhaps a tremendous matchup if The Bar can stay on the same page, as they have been unable to do these past few months here on SmackDown. Okay, Cesaro and Sheamus, they have been bursting at the seams. They have seemingly been furious with one another, and it all stems, really, from their SmackDown Tag Team title loss. Okay, because if you think about it, Big E and Xavier Woods following that massive victory almost became the root cause of the tension between Cesaro and Sheamus. Because after Cesaro and Sheamus lost the tag team titles, immediately we went into the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Sheamus decided to eliminate Cesaro from the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Ended up in a brawl if you saw the matchup. And then, well, it's just been all downhill from there for The Bar. However, right now, Big E stares down Cesaro, and you gotta think this is a dream match scenario. If it was just a singles capacity between these two men, Big E and Cesaro, two very powerful individuals. However, Big E right now, he's trying to fight back against Cesaro. What is this? As he picks him up and slams him down there, picking him up with one arm, no less. As he takes down Cesaro. And as this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, continues to unfold here, I want to turn your attention to what will be happening later on tonight. Okay, we've got Keith Lee making his SmackDown debut. We've got John Cena versus EC3. And what is this? We've got Xavier Woods being launched into the air before landing knees first into the face of Cesaro. Okay, Big E showing off that raw power. 2. No, and only a 2 count. Or perhaps Xavier Woods showing off that incredible athleticism against Cesaro. However, Cesaro now trying to fight back. Sheamus watches on as Cesaro stares right at Sheamus before launching himself off the springboard, off the ropes, into that European uppercut before a leg drop connects. Okay, Sheamus watches on. Big E watching on in his corner as Xavier Woods, his tag team partner, trying to fight back here perhaps against Cesaro. Oh, but a kick right to the back of the leg, as now he gets taken down there, does Cesaro. Now I want to turn your attention, ladies and gentlemen, to our main event of the evening. It's going to be John Cena versus EC3. However, EC3, he was well, involved in a bit of a fight earlier on tonight. More on that later in the parking lot as he was entering the arena, entering the building. Again, more on that later. However, right now, Xavier Woods and Big E, they're not worried about EC3. They're not worried about the main event. They're worried about this tag team match against Cesaro and Sheamus, as Sheamus seemingly is just aching for a fight. However, Big E with the elbow right to the chest of Cesaro. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count on Cesaro, who's not looking too good. Okay, he needs to somehow make a tag. He needs to go over to Sheamus. Or he needs to somehow get out of this predicament as the slam connects on Big E. And perhaps this may be Cesaro's moment. Or perhaps not, as he stares down Sheamus. And then a punch right to the face. He stares down Sheamus. Oh, but wait a second. Big E about to get Irish whipped, and perhaps going for the big ending there. But instead, a big backwards DDT commences by Cesaro, the man who, well, he just went over to Sheamus, seemingly looking to make a tag, but instead changed his mind. As now, oh, he slams him face first into the turnbuckle. And now here we go, Cesaro. Oh, once again, staring at Sheamus, deciding not to make the tag, perhaps trying to prove a point here in this tag team match. Okay, Cesaro and Sheamus, they have been clearly not on the same page these past few weeks here on SmackDown, this past, well, month and a half or so here on SmackDown. As Big E, oh, with a kick right to the gut. Perhaps trying to turn the pace, perhaps trying to write a whole new book with a new ending. A big ending, maybe, but instead, he goes for the power bomb, and Cesaro gets out of it with the punches right to the face. And another one for good measure. As Cesaro now in the purple in the ring, as Big E, the big man, just lifts him up and takes him down, as Sheamus once again outreaches his hand, desperately asking for a tag, but Cesaro apparently not giving it to him, and perhaps that may come back to bite him as now, oh god, what is this? Oh, what do they have set up here? Oh my god! Xavier Woods with the double stomp right to the chest of Cesaro, as now Woods, New Day chant, and now, oh, connects with the honor roll. The clothesline off the handspring before a punch right to Sheamus for good measure. And now he goes for the cover here. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count. Cesaro, okay, he may be in a lot of pain right now, but he's still trying to fight as he gets up and launches him into the air with the European uppercut. Launching him into the air with the European uppercut before a punch to Big E. Perhaps on behalf of Sheamus to get some revenge. Or perhaps to get the victory all for himself as he connects with the neutralizer. He hasn't tagged in Sheamus once. 1, 2, perhaps he doesn't need to or not as he gets the shoulder up. Sheamus watches on as Cesaro tried to end the matchup all for himself, perhaps waiting for him to get up, perhaps setting up for another neutralizer, but this time Xavier Woods has it well scouted, launching him across the ring. And then with the big running elbow right to the face of the Swiss Superman. Over there you see he makes the tag to Big E. And now, oh wait a second, Big E off the tag. Splashes down on the Cesaro. As now he once again turns his attention to Sheamus. And once again Sheamus goes crashing off the apron. And perhaps Cesaro may not be in a good place right now. As, oh wait a second, Big E sees this as an opportunity. Oh, look at this, the stomps trying to damn near cave his chest in. And now once again, now it's Xavier Woods with the stomps. And there you see the quick tags in succession as Cesaro, who's already taken so much punishment here tonight, is not looking good at all as Big E launches Xavier Woods into Cesaro. And the crowd watching on in support of the New Day. However, Cesaro, he ain't looking so hot. He ain't looking so good here. As always, again, he picks him up, has him in a cutter predicament, and it connects. Picking him up on his shoulders, taking him down with the cutter. And now, off the top with the leg drop. And Cesaro, he's taking so much punishment. And Xavier Woods seizes his opportunity. 1, 2, 3, and it's over. Okay, and I'll say this right now. I don't know what Cesaro was thinking. Okay, there's almost like a handicap situation for Cesaro. As he continued the fight all by himself. I don't know what he expected. Okay, sure, he had a few good moments in there. Hitting him with the neutralizer. Hitting him with the massive European uppercut. However, Big E and Xavier Woods just near the tail end for, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds straight, just stomping in the chest of Cesaro. And I mean, good try by Cesaro, but there you see Sheamus not happy about the situation that we just witnessed. No, wait a second. It seems as though both men having a few things to say following that performance. Okay, Cesaro, I don't know what he was trying to do. Okay, I can't really blame... Oh, with a punch right to the face by Sheamus! Well, as I was gonna say, I can't really blame Sheamus for this anger, for this outrage, as he just punches him right in the jaw. Because, well, Cesaro, I mean, that loss was perhaps his fault. However, following that tag team match, or, well, basically a handicap match between the tag team champions and Cesaro, I want to turn your attention to the last ever NXT champion, the man who won it from Velveteen Dream at TakeOver the End, Keith Lee. He's gonna be here. He's looking to make his SmackDown debut. What will happen when Keith Lee makes his debut? However, that's not all, as ladies and gentlemen, our main event of the evening, EC3 versus John Cena. You're not going to want to miss it. What will happen when the man who will be fighting Edge at WrestleMania will be going up against the former WWE champion, EC3? However, ladies and gentlemen, earlier tonight, I mentioned it during the last matchup, okay, EC3, he was attacked backstage by none other than Jackson Ryker, the man who, well, was essentially fired by EC3 before being quickly taken care of by our security staff here in the WWE. I don't know how Jackson Ryker keeps showing up to SmackDown. I don't know how he keeps attacking EC3. He's not meant to be here. Okay, he was an employee of EC3. We don't have him on the roster. So Jackson Ryker, he keeps ambushing EC3. He keeps walking into the arena. I don't know what to say about that. However, ladies and gentlemen, I have been told that EC3 has been adamant. He is going to be competing later on tonight, which is almost unusual for EC3. Okay, he typically seems to worm out of certain situations, but EC3, I guess he wants to make a point. I'm not entirely sure what that point is. However, EC3, regardless, will be fighting in our main event of the evening. It's going to be EC3 versus John Cena. And you got to think EC3 may not be 100% going into it. However, before that main event happens, it's time for this matchup featuring 1/3 of the New Day, Kofi Kingston, the man who watches his fellow New Day brethren and Xavier Woods and Big E beat the Bar, or should I say beat Cesaro a few moments ago. Kofi Kingston, he is looking to replicate their success, as Andrade Cien is looking for some success in his own right in his first match on SmackDown. Now we saw his first main roster matchup at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, in which he got the upper hand against Daniel Bryan, beating him in what was a potential match of the night candidate. And that's saying a lot. Okay, we had a lot of extremely good action at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you go check it out, even though you may have been spoiled on a few of the results thus far in this show. It was still an excellent show, in my opinion. Okay, a lot of the people here are very proud of the work that they pulled off to entertain you fans. However, Andrade Cien, he doesn't care about the fans. He cares about what he can do in the ring and how he can punish everybody he comes in contact with. Okay, the first ever NXT champion, Andrade Cien, making his way to the ring. However, the person behind him is none other than Zelina Vega, who had this to say over on the old Twitter machine. She said, quote, "Andrade stole the show at Elimination Chamber." tonight, expect him to steal the show again. Okay, Zelina Vega talking up Andrade Cien Almas. That's exactly what she does. She is the manager for Andrade Cien Almas, this former NXT champion. Speaking of NXT champions, we will be hearing from Keith Lee later on tonight. Do not forget that. However, right now it's time for action. Andrade, Kofi Kingston, let's get into it. Will Andrade Cien Almas replicate his success against Daniel Bryan? Or will Kofi Kingston replicate the success of Big E and Xavier Woods a few moments ago as he takes him down? What a wicked neckbreaker. However, it seems as though he's not done. It is Andrade Cien Almas following the neckbreaker, takes him down there, whipping him into the mat. As now it seems as though it's Kofi Kingston who's on top again. Goes for the cover. One. Not only a 1 count, very back and forth already. Okay, both men coming out here tonight with something to prove as Kofi Kingston gets sent face first into the mat. However, it seems as though Andrade isn't done as he hits him there. Brutal punch right to the chest, right to the face, I believe. And now there you see the vicious elbows, the vicious forearms by Andrade Cien Almas that he's used time and time again to get the job done. No, wait a second. No, what is this, Andrade? Look at that. Okay, I'll say this right now. I don't particularly love the attitude of Andrade Cien Almas. He likes to hit a few cheap shots. He likes to attack his enemies backstage unprovoked. However, I will say this. Andrade in the ring, he is still one of the very best, as you saw at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. As Kofi Kingston, however, perhaps trying to show the world that he may just be a little bit better than Andrade as he counters from that position, hitting him a few times right in the face. And now it seems as though he's not done with these strikes, or perhaps not. Oh, as he connects there with a beautiful DDT. 1, 2. Not only a 2 count off the rebound. Okay, Andrade Cien Almas off the Irish whip, being met with a DDT crashing down into the mats. As now it seems as though Kofi Kingston waits for Andrade to get up as he, splashes down off the top, launching 3/4 across the ring. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count there. Okay, the agility on display here by Kofi Kingston. However, Andrade, goes after him. Kofi Kingston goes after him, but instead he gets a back suplex there. Okay, going for that double chop. However, Andrade Cien Almas had it well scouted, reversing the strike, but he couldn't get out of that strike. Wait a second, he goes for another one. Another double-handed chop, but instead, once again, Andrade gets out of it. It's now Kofi, I believe, going for that jumping clothesline. However, Andrade sends him into the mat before sending him into the corner. And now he's not done as he, connects with those running knee strikes. Okay, the running knees right to the face, as now he's not done. Perhaps he's looking to show off his own agility off the top. Oh no, but instead he gets some knees, this time to the gut. Okay, Andrade hit Kofi Kingston with his knees to the face. Kofi Kingston strikes back with some knees right to the stomach off the moonsault. And now he's continuing the fight here as Zelina Vega watches very closely on as her client may not be looking so hot here. As, wait a second, goes for the Trouble in Paradise. He goes for the Trouble in Paradise, but he blocks it. He counters it. Okay, Kofi Kingston. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count off the elbow by Andrade, but my God, the action's so fast-paced, I could barely call it. Okay, Kofi Kingston going for a Trouble in Paradise instead. Andrade Cien Almas ducks underneath it, and now he's on top, continuing the pressure. And it seems as though, wait a second, we saw this at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Will he be able to successfully hit it this time? And he does! Cartwheel into the backflip, into the kick. Okay, showing off that incredible agility does Andrade Cien Almas, kicking Kofi Kingston in the back of the skull. As right now, Kofi Kingston, wait a second, he gets up after Andrade decided to take a few moments to perhaps stroke his own ego, but instead, oh God! He gets a big boot right to the face. Okay, Kofi Kingston running towards him with the running strike, but instead, Andrade Cien Almas counters. However, Kofi Kingston gets up immediately as he connects with the snap suplex on his opponent. As now Kingston has him in the corner. And Kofi, you can see he's exhausted, he's hurt, following all the punishment by Andrade, but you gotta think Andrade, he ain't feeling too much better. Oh, especially following that kick to the face. As now Kofi trying to fight back, but Andrade now, oh, gets a kick right to the gut by Kofi Kingston. And now back and forth these two men go throughout the entire matchup. And there you see Kofi Kingston trying to escape danger, trying to escape harm's way here. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, Zelina Vega, come on, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I believe Andrade perhaps may have been distracting the referee of some sort, as Kofi Kingston, who just wanted a break, instead got thrown back into the ring. 1, 2, 3, and it's over. Okay, Zelina Vega playing a part in this matchup, throwing Kofi Kingston back into the ring, back into the Lion's Den, to be slaughtered by Andrade Cien Almas, hitting him out of nowhere. There you see in the replay, bam, face first into the mat goes Kofi Kingston with the DDT as Andrade Cien Almas celebrates his victory. However, ladies and gentlemen, as Andrade celebrates what some would call a cheap victory, I want to turn your attention to the Rated R Superstar, our general manager here on SmackDown, Edge. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems as though banning Kevin Owens from tonight's show was not enough for the Rated R Superstar, as our SmackDown General Manager has decided to suspend him without pay. And, well, even though I don't like the idea of a WWE Champion being suspended, I have to say, perhaps I agree with Edge. Perhaps this was the best tactic. I mean, we've seen him dominate everybody here on SmackDown, and perhaps the safest option is to just keep him at home. However, ladies and gentlemen, somebody who is here tonight is none other than that man, the Limitless One, the last ever NXT Champion, Keith Lee. And if you've never heard of this man before, well, you're in for a treat here on the main roster. Now, it seems as though he's not going to be competing tonight, but just know this: he hits like a truck, he soars like an eagle, and he is perhaps the next biggest thing here in the WWE. However, that begs the question, what exactly is Keith Lee doing here? What exactly does he have to say? Well, Keith Lee with an absolute bombshell of an announcement. Apparently, Keith Lee is going to be continuing the legacy of the NXT Championship. He's the last ever NXT champion following TakeOver the End, and it seems as though he has decided not to have that title retired like all the other NXT titles. Apparently at WrestleMania, Keith Lee will be competing for the NXT Championship. And now the only question is, who will he choose to fight at WrestleMania? Perhaps it'll be this man, Aleister Black, who will be here next week. What will happen when Aleister, the man who attacked Kevin Owens after his brutal onslaught at the Elimination Chamber, enters Friday Night SmackDown? What will Aleister Black do? But that's not all, as The Undertaker will also be here on SmackDown. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a hell of a show. What will the Phenom, the Dead Man, the Legend himself have to say? However, right now, after that, I'm still reeling. We're going to be seeing Keith Lee as the NXT champion. Okay, I was told that the NXT titles following TakeOver the End were swiftly retired by upper management, but it seems as though Keith Lee has taken it upon himself to continue the legacy of the NXT title. So that begs the question, who will he choose for his match at WrestleMania? However, right now, we're not talking about NXT champions, we're talking about former WWE champions, as this is our main event of the evening. Okay, we've got that man, former WWE champion EC3, taking on, well, I don't have to tell you twice, former WWE champion John Cena. And you gotta think EC3, he's coming into this one not 100%. Okay, you have to assume he is incredibly hurt following the attack by Jackson Ryker. Okay, again, I've been told he has been taken out of the vicinity of the arena, but I mean, if I was EC3, I'd be making sure to keep one eye in the back of my head. Okay, I'd be constantly looking over my shoulder, trying to make sure that attack doesn't happen again. However, EC3, he's also got to be worried about his opponent tonight. Okay, he's going to be going up against none other than John Cena, the man who, well, for one, will be fighting the Rated R Superstar at WrestleMania, but also John Cena is one of the very few men who have pinned EC3 in the ring. Okay, sure, EC3 as of late has suffered a few losses. However, throughout like the entire first year of his run here in the WWE, he wasn't pinned at all. However, of course, over the past year or so, that has changed. Okay, EC3 has lost to the likes of Aleister Black, to Johnny Gargano, and of course, this man, John Cena. However, EC3, he is not looking to replicate that history. The top 1% himself, EC3, is looking to show the world why that's the case. And if he can do it here tonight against John Cena, if he can beat John Cena even after being brutally attacked backstage by Jackson Ryker, well, then just imagine what that could do for his career as we lead into WrestleMania. However, John Cena, he knows this. His WrestleMania plans have been cemented. They are set in stone. He is ready for a match, and he will be getting one against Edge at WrestleMania. And of course, you have to think Edge. Oh, as you can see right there, Edge, who's watching backstage. Okay, he knows exactly how important this matchup is for John Cena. Okay, he's trying his damnedest to show Edge that he has improved. Okay, sure, those two men have had a legendary rivalry before. However, tonight, John Cena, he's looking to show Edge that he has evolved a lot since that rivalry back in 2007 and 2008. Okay, this is the 2020 version of John Cena. This is a John Cena who is focused, who has aged, who has developed, who has, well, improved in every way possible as he connects with the punch to the face. But EC3, there you see, rolls to the outside. Okay, John Cena has always showed significant progress throughout his entire tenure here in the WWE. However, more so in the last decade or half a decade, John Cena, he has improved tremendously. Okay, I would even argue that his feud with CM Punk, all the way back in 2011 to 2012, may have been the turning point for John Cena in his career. That's when he really started to improve drastically, as he realized he was in there with one of the best. However, right now, he's on SmackDown, and he's in that ring tonight with another member of the roster who may want to show the world that he is also one of the best professional wrestlers on this planet, and that's EC3. And while I may not love EC3 that much in terms of his attitude, I can say this, okay, EC3, whenever he actually competes, whenever he actually shows what he can do in that ring without trying to somehow worm his way into a victory, he can be very dangerous. However, right now, John Cena gets sent into the barricade as EC3, he's an incredibly intelligent competitor as well, using his environment to his advantage, throwing him into the barricade, throwing him into the corner post, as he picks up the former WWE Champion, the multi-time WWE Champion, as the former Mr. Money in the Bank, the former WWE Champion in his own right, EC3, rolls him back into the ring, goes for the cover now, 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count. Okay, EC3, he must know this. You're going to have to hit John Cena with a truck to keep him down. Okay, he is a very, resilient fighter. He has an incredible heart, will, and determination inside those ropes. Okay, he comes out here with the mantra, never give up, and he lives by that. However, EC3, he's going to have to do everything he can to perhaps keep John Cena down and perhaps make him give up as he connects there. 1, 2, as we're in the other cover, a second cover here by EC3. But there you see, only a 2 count on Mr. Cena. However, John now trying to perhaps create some space, and EC3 allowing it as he punches him right in the mouth before John Cena crashes to the outside, and now we're not done as he's set into the barricade again. Okay, the fans perhaps getting a bit too close to John Cena, and now they're especially getting a little bit close as he's been sent over the barricade there. However, he crawls back in. Okay, his fans here tonight on SmackDown getting an up-close look at Cena, who just was sent into the steel steps, I believe. Okay, the shoulder of John Cena. We didn't get a good look there by the camera angle. However, the shoulder of John Cena, I believe, was just sent into the steel steps by EC3. And now this may be another moment for EC3 to perhaps gain a victory over John Cena. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Cena not looking so good right now. Edge, however, I can assure you, watching John Cena trying to find some weak point here in his game. Oh, guys, he connects there with a massive clothesline, damn near taking the head off of John Cena. But right now, EC3, he's not done as he connects with the back elbow and then a kick to the gut. And EC3 now off the ropes goes Cena, but for crashing down right into the mat. As Cena, he's slow to get up, but he gets up nonetheless, and he's not looking good at all here tonight. EC3, he's absolutely dominating John Cena right now. But Cena trying to perhaps change the momentum as he takes him down with the clothesline, turning him, or should I say, rolling him to the middle of the ring. And now, wait a second, rolling him over on his stomach, and now here we go, John Cena! Out of nowhere, he's got him in the STF! He's tapped out so many competitors with that maneuver. But EC3 strikes back, getting out of the hold that John Cena has nearly perfected throughout his tenure here in the WWE before being launched into the ring. Does Cena 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count there. EC3 connecting, slamming John Cena into the mat on his back and on his neck. Okay, a very painful maneuver. However, EC3 perhaps waiting for Cena to get up. Perhaps he has something in mind here. But instead he gets a punch right to the face. And now both men, going back and forth here. The fists are flying right now as John Cena perhaps setting up. It looked like he was about to set up perhaps for the attitude adjustment. Okay, that finishing maneuver that he has used to take out so many competitors. However, EC3 nonetheless takes him down. Okay, the last pay-per-view matchup, last pay-per-view singles matchup, I should say, we saw John Cena compete in. He lost, and perhaps he may lose here tonight. And the cover, 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count following the 1% TKO by EC3. As EC3 looks stunned here as he stares down at Cena. Okay, I was saying it. Okay, the last time we saw John Cena compete in a singles capacity on pay-per-view, he lost to Kevin Owens, the current WWE champion, in a hell of a fight. However, later on in that same night, John Cena met with Edge inside the Royal Rumble matchup. Both men squaring down, and it seems as though that multi-year long rivalry decided to flare up during the Rumble match as EC3 takes down Cena. Now EC3, he's absolutely dominating his opponent right now. He hit him with the TKO, and now seems as though he's deciding to stroke his own ego, taunting to the crowd here tonight. But John Cena, what the hell? He gets up and he connects with a shoulder tackle, and he connects with another one, the trademark shoulder tackles, and now, oh, we've seen this before, connecting there out of nowhere. Okay, dropping EC3 in perfect position for the 5-knuckle shuffle. And John Cena, I don't know what's gotten into him. Cena got up, almost like he's Superman, just getting up from any sort of punishment here against EC3. As EC3, oh, wait a second, has Cena now. He's got him now in position for something. Okay, trying to wear down John, trying to stop the momentum that Cena has been slowly building up. But EC3 now looks at Cena before getting a big forearm right to the face and then thrown down into the mat. John Cena trying his best to fight back here against EC3. Over EC3, oh, wait a second. Turns the tire in his favor, perhaps 1, 2, looking to steal the victory, but no, he kicks out of the roll-up pinfall predicament. Oh, but wait a second, EC3 collapses. EC3 collapses from exhaustion, and perhaps that may have been the turning point. 1, 2, 3, and the attitude adjustment does it. Out of nowhere, okay, EC3 exhausted and perhaps hurt following all the punishment these two men brought to one another. Okay, you can see in the replay both men hitting each other with everything they had before EC3. Okay, he collapsed to a knee, quickly got up, but it was too late as John Cena picks him up on his shoulders, connecting with the attitude adjustment here on Friday Night SmackDown. However, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude this massive edition of SmackDown, following a huge Elimination Chamber pay-per-view as John Cena gets ready for his match at WrestleMania against Edge. Good night, everybody.